Okay, everybody, let's get started. I'm Daniel Hanzelka, and welcome to today's webinar. Today's webinar is called How to 10x Your Business Using 3 Simple Strategies to Generate a Consistent Flow of Quality Clients. Now, I know that it sounds like a big promise to 10x your business, and it might seem like a big number, but trust me, what I'm going to give you today is a framework for how to exactly do that. So this webinar will be a little bit different than some of the other ones that you may have seen before. I don't like to have a lot of fluff, and I don't like to have a lot of storytelling. I will count on the fact that you are here for a reason. You're here because you want to grow your business and have more clients, more money, and more freedom. So I want you to pay attention because we will get right into the good stuff. And I hope that that's all right with you. So really quickly, let me just tell you who is this for so that you know you're in the right place. This is for anyone who makes a living from their expertise, knowledge, or wisdom in the financial industry. So if you are an insurance advisor or insurance agent, financial advisor, or a financial planner, this webinar is for you. So what we're going to discuss in the next 45 minutes, we're going to talk about how to 10x your business using 3 simple strategies to generate a consistent flow of quality clients. We're going to talk about how to generate what I called clients on demand. What I mean by that is how you can get exactly the clients you want when you want them. We will also cover how to go from being a generalist to an authority in your market, how to stop relying on chasing and buying leads, cold calling, networking events, and dinner seminars, ending the stress of basing your entire business solely on referrals or using outdated phone book marketing that doesn't work. You will learn how to attract the right prospects and how to convert them into paying clients. You will also learn how to scale and leverage your business. Now, I know these seem like big promises, but I promise you I will deliver on every single one of them. And here's my biggest promise. I'm going to give you on this webinar a step-by-step strategy on how to 10x your business. And I don't care how crazy that may seem, but I know that by the time we're done with this webinar, it's going to be more attainable. It will seem like something that you can do, and it will be something that you will be really excited about doing. So really quickly, some house rules, because I want to clarify just a couple of things before we get into this. Number 1, this is not get rich quick. I've made a lot of money quickly. But if you think that you can come into a webinar like this, that someone's just doing and going to give you some really quick tips, and all of a sudden you're going to snap your fingers and become rich, it doesn't work that way. It takes time to build a great business. Number 2, this is not do nothing, get paid strategy. In order to build a system where you get clients on demand, you will need to put time and effort to make it work. And number 3, no fake experts. So what I mean by that is that you're going to learn great strategies on this webinar to attract and convert your clients. But if you're not good at what you're doing, I can't help you. So you really have to be true professional, and you have to be terrific at what you do. Now hopefully that's you, and if that's you, you will learn some amazing stuff today. So quickly, I just want you to check in with you, and if this sounds like you, then you know you're in the right place. Do you start every week wondering where your next client or sale is going to come from? Are you frustrated, working way too hard in your business? Too many hours, burning yourself out? Do you feel like there is an invisible ceiling on your income? Do you feel like you hit a plateau and don't know how to get to the next level? Do you want to be known in the industry as the go-to expert and have prospects reaching out to you? And do you feel like technology or online marketing is the enemy or a threat in your business instead of an asset? And do you feel that if just you had enough leads, everything would be okay? Well, if any of these things sounds like you, then I have some good news. Believe it or not, those things are not the real problem. The real problem is that you haven't made what I called the shifts. Now, look, once you make them, then you'll be able to wake up each morning and know exactly where your clients are coming from. And you'll have complete control over who you work with and when you work with them. You'll use marketing that establishes you as the number one authority in your market. And you will be able to generate clients on demand by using this marketing. And this will also add massive value to your audience. And they will actually enjoy engaging with you and engaging with your message. You're also going to realize that the invisible ceiling in your income was not even there to begin with. And you'll very quickly push through to 5, then 6 figures per month, faster than you thought possible. And you'll be able to scale and leverage your business like never before. What you're going to learn here today is that once you make these shifts that I'm talking about, you're going to move more clients, and you're going to have more money, and you're going to have more freedom. So really quickly, before I get into what the shifts are and how to make them, I want to introduce myself so that you understand who I am and know why you should listen to me. I'm a former financial planner. I had a CFP designation and was in the financial industry for over 18 years. One of the most important lessons that I've learned was that in order to have successful practice, you need to figure out your marketing. As a financial planner, I did seminars, workshops, presentations, and even wrote a book. I followed what I was taught by all the gurus out there. But something was still missing. I did not have a system for a steady stream of leads and prospects to provide my expertise to. I spent thousands of dollars becoming certified, only to discover that the certification would not bring me more clients. So about 7 years ago, I began to study and learn about marketing in and outside of the financial industry. I spent time and invested money learning from some of the best coaches in the marketing business to find the best solution to scale your business. Then, 4 years ago, I became a business coach. My focus now is helping successful advisors create a system that establishes their authority, gets them quality clients on demand, and have the ability to scale their business. Through this expertise, I have become the coach that I wish I knew when I was an advisor. So let's really quickly talk about how I discovered these 3 shifts and where this concept came from. Well, as I have mentioned before, I've had the opportunity to work with coaches and experts who are absolutely brilliant in what they do. Over the years, I've seen a lot of advisors come and go, and I've noticed that some seem to rise to the top while others struggles. At first, I thought that the difference was between the people who achieved success and those who were struggling was that the success came from being the best and what they were doing. And I was naive enough to think that. But as I got to know these people, I realized that some of them were very best financial advisors out there. And they were struggling. And that really surprised me. And it made me realize that your level of skills is not the thing that determines your income and determines your level of success. So I started to study the people that were really successful in their business and that were attracting clients. I discovered that there were 3 strategies that the top advisors have used that the other advisors had not. So I started to apply these strategies, these 3 shifts in my business and with my clients. And as a result, I created a system that helps advisors scale their business so that they can have more clients, more money, and more freedom. So, how I discover these shifts? There are 3 key shifts you must make in order to 10x your business and generate consistent flow of quality clients. Now, I'm going to walk you through all 3 of them in this webinar. The first shift is to build your authority. The first shift is to become an authority and an expert by solving one major problem for one specific target market. Now look, I know you're probably thinking, Daniel, where's the cool marketing stuff? But we've got to start here. I've got to start with building a foundation for you. The number 1 shift is to immediately position yourself as an expert and leader in your field and have your clients raise their hands to work with you. The saying, the riches are in the niches, is true. The more narrow and specific you are when it comes to your solution and target market you serve, the more of an authority you will become. I have a question for you. When someone asks you, what is it that you do? What do you say to them? If you reply, I'm an insurance advisor, or I'm a financial planner, or I'm a financial advisor, and I have 15 years working experience in XYZ, or I got certification or degree from here or there, or you start explaining all about the different things that you can do for a client. I've even heard advisors where they start talking about that they have a better service, they have better price or better product. These things will not allow you to have authority in your market. If you use these things, you have already lost your authority with your prospects. Your clients really don't care about all the things you're great at. They only care about having a solution to their biggest problem that they're experiencing right now. They're looking for an expert who can help them get from point A, where they are right now, to point B, where they want to go in their life or business as fast as possible. Once you understand this and get very clear on the problem that you solve and who you solve it for, you can now build your marketing and communication around it. So instead, telling your prospects all the things that you can do because they really do not care, tell them about the outcomes that you provide. Think about it for a second. If you or your loved one were diagnosed with a heart condition, would you go to a general doctor or would you seek out a specialist? You would want to find the best expert in treating that specific heart problem that you can for your loved ones or for yourself. Your clients want the same thing. They have a specific problem or a challenge that they have and they want it solved. That's why you need to position yourself as an authority in your market. People are willing to pay to have their problems solved. They want an expert, someone that understands their problems and has a solution for them. So ask yourself, what's the most powerful outcome that you can provide? And what type of client would get the best results from that outcome? So here is the old way of becoming an expert or creating an authority. You were probably told that you need to write a book, you need to have a high traffic blog so that you can sit there every single day and crank out blog post after blog post, that maybe you need to podcast, you need to have a Facebook page and have posts on there all the time. You may need to have a Twitter feed and you need to be tweeting all the time. You need an Instagram account and post a whole bunch of pictures. Or maybe you need a YouTube video and channel so that you can start getting better at making videos. And then maybe you will build some authority and get some clients. Well, let me tell you, here is a hint. In order to build authority, you don't need all of that. I did all of that, thinking that if I just get all of these things done, I would have an authority, get more clients, and make more money, because that's what the gurus were telling me. However, all this was taking up a lot of my time and my money. Trust me, I've written a book. I'm an international best-selling author. I have over 100,000 Twitter followers and 6,000 Instagram followers. Now, don't get me wrong. All these things are great strategies and they can get you a result. But it takes a long time to write a book, start a podcast, create content, and position yourself on the internet as the go-to person. The good news is that there is a better way, and there is an easier way of doing this. The new way is to focus on the 3 reset rules of building authority. Find out what is the one solution that you provide, what is the one market, and what is the one message that you have. So, to build your authority, focus on these 3 rules. Get clear and very specific on your one solution. You also need to identify your one market that you will serve and put together a compelling message. In this webinar, I don't have enough time to teach you everything on how to build your authority, but here are the important steps you need to make in order to build it. It is difficult to create authority in any market if you are marketing yourself as a provider of multiple solutions. This becomes confusing for your target market and difficult for them to buy from you. So it's important for you to have one solution. You must get clear on what is the one problem that you solve for your target market. This will help you in identifying the one solution you provide. Now, when you are designing your solution, start first by giving it a name. Make sure that you provide value and it's also highly desirable. The key is to be very specific as to the problem that you solve and be seen as a specialist. To become an authority in your market, you must provide a specific solution. Who will you market to? You need to choose one market you will be serving. By choosing one market, it will be clear who you provide your solution to. Your one market must have a need for your solution. They also have to have the money in order to afford what it is that you're offering, and they also must be ready to buy. So it becomes very important for you to get very clear on who it is that you're after. And the more you know about them, the better it will be for you to construct your message. And that's what the next point is. What's your message? Now that you have your solution and your target market, you can use them to put together a compelling message. The message should include specifics, it has to differentiate you, and it needs to be benefit rich. So the way to build your authority is to get clear on that one solution that you offer, identify that one market you want to work with, and you need to put it together all into one message. Here are a few examples that you can use. So instead of saying, I'm an insurance advisor or a financial planner, or telling people what it is that you do, you need to put together a compelling message. I specialize in helping teachers like yourself who are concerned about their current financial situation and put together a plan where we will protect them and their family for future to come. Or, I help doctors who are worried about having enough to retire put together a written financial plan so that they can have a peace of mind about their finances once and for all. Now, these are just examples. They're a little bit simple examples that you can use where you can say, I'm a fee-only financial advisor serving widows and divorcees in the Toronto area. Or, I'm a pension consultant specializing in custom 401k and defined benefit plan design. So what it comes down to is you need to become more specific with your messaging. Get very clear on who your ideal client is. Get very clear on what is that solution that you provide for them that you can go and differentiate yourself. And then you can put it into a messaging that speaks to both of those things, so that now you not only differentiate yourself, but you set yourself as an authority. And the more you will use this, the more you will become connected with your target market, the more of an authority you will be viewed by your target market. You will become more referable, and it will be easier for you to find your ideal clients and for them to find you. So it's important that you really focus on these things. And this brings us to the next shift, which is use the secret weapon. So the second shift is use the secret weapon, and it is to have one source. What I mean by that is pick one place where you can find your target market and engage with them. The secret is to focus only on one source at a time. I believe that the best source of high quality leads for advisors is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the most powerful way to connect with your target market, establish your authority, and give them massive value. And it does all these things without marketing the old way. The best part of this is that what I'm going to share with you today has nothing to do with any of the following old ways of doing things, like chasing leads, buying leads or lead lists, direct mail or cold calling, sending cold emails, lunch or dinner seminars, and then hope that maybe you'll get a clients from this. This is what I call cross your fingers marketing, and it really doesn't work. So what is the new way of marketing? Well, there are 5 simple steps to create clients on LinkedIn. First step is to optimize your LinkedIn profile. Most profiles for insurance and financial advisors look like a resume. You need to look at it more as a sales page. Make sure that your headline on your profile speaks to your target market and that you solve one of their problems. As we were talking about in shift number 1, you need to get clear on what it is that you provide, what is the solution that you provide, and who it is that you provide the solution to. And then put together a message. That message that you come up with can not only be used when you're speaking to people and introducing yourself, you can use the same message on your LinkedIn profile in the headline, so that you will identify who you work with and how you help them. How do you solve their problem or challenge that they have? So this becomes really key when you're looking at your profile. As you can see on my profile, transforming the way financial advisors grow their business by leveraging LinkedIn. As you can see, I have identified financial advisors as the individuals that I work with, or individuals that are in the financial industry. And how do I help them? I help them to leverage their business by using LinkedIn. So this is where, for you as an advisor, where you may provide insurance solutions or financial solutions, you need to get very clear on what is the solution that you provide and who do you actually work with, and put that together into a messaging, and you can use that messaging in all of your marketing. Now, the next is to connect with your target market. Send them a message, possibly like this: Orlando, notice that you are a financial planner. Now, this is where you can substitute the target market you are going after. And we share similar connections. I believe that a person is only as strong as their network. I would love to have you as a connection if you are open to that. The key to marketing on LinkedIn is not to be selling. You guys, I see this all the time where I get messages from individuals and they're trying to sell me too fast. They're trying to tell me what they're doing, that they're great, and they're providing the service. You know what? If you don't know me, how do you know what problems or challenges do I have? It's called permission marketing, and that's really where everything is at when it comes down to working on LinkedIn and sending out messages. Often people tell me that LinkedIn, they're not having success on LinkedIn, and I actually have put together I have written an article that I posted on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a big fail. And the article talks exactly about that people don't really truly understand what LinkedIn is all about and how to use LinkedIn. And it has been a big fail for a lot of insurance advisors and financial advisors. Search out the article and go take a look at it, because it will explain some of the things that I'm talking about here, even beyond. As I mentioned on this webinar, I'm limited to the time that I have. But it is very important when you are messaging somebody on LinkedIn is that you don't try to sell them too fast. You just want to connect with them first. And that's really the second step in creating clients on LinkedIn. You search out the individuals that you want to connect with, preferably your second connections, and you send them an invitation. Find something on their profile or something that you're searching for and that you want to connect with them. Make it very open, kind of like I have done this. I work primarily with financial planners and financial advisors. So what I do is I send a very specific message that mentions, notice that you were a financial planner. Okay. Again, I've done the research. I know who I'm connecting with, and that becomes more personalized. So if you're going to send connections on LinkedIn, also make sure that they're personalized like I have shown here. So once you send a connection that is more personalized, then when they connect with you, you send them a thank you message to the invitation. And then you also put in there an open-ended question. So it would go something like this. Thanks for joining my network, Orlando. I really appreciate it. I'm always curious about my connections here on LinkedIn, and I'd like to know you better. What's your goal for using LinkedIn? This is the open-ended question. And again, you need to make this specific for the people that you're working with. What are some of the things that they're doing? You can ask questions. You can use this. What's your goal for using LinkedIn? Because LinkedIn is all about networking. You can also ask them, I see that you have a certain level of success. What is it that caused you to have this success? These questions are all about engaging those individuals to a conversation. That's really the key to marketing and using LinkedIn as the secret weapon. Okay, so I look forward to your reply and the opportunity to connect with you further, Daniel. So again, craft a message together as a thank you. And for everybody that does connect with you when you send the connection, what you want to do is you want to respond to that and you want to thank them for that connection. And then you ask them an engaging question so that they will respond back. Now, once they respond back, you may get a message that would be like this. Hello, Daniel. Thank you for connecting. I'm on LinkedIn pretty much. The similar reasons. We're all on this website. To learn more about each other's businesses and expertise, and hopefully to make new business connections. With that said, I'm open to us having a phone chat to become more acquainted with one another. At this point, towards the end of this week, Thursday or Friday. So as you can see, because I got them engaged and I asked them a question, he responded back that he actually wants to engage with me. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is not the typical response that you're going to get from somebody. There's a lot of people sending out invitations that I do send out that I don't get any responses back. But what we're looking for here is first to connect with someone. That's kind of the second step in creating a strategy on LinkedIn. Then you want to engage with, then you want to invite them to engagement. Then you engage with them. Now, once they connect with you, you can send them as many messages as you want and compelling messages. Again, I would stress this. Make sure when you do send the messages that you're not trying to sell them too fast. You're not trying to provide them with the service. I'm just trying to build a relationship and see, which will go to the next step after engage, which is convert, to see if we can now take the conversation that started online, conversing back and forth on LinkedIn, and can we take that conversation on offline and book a meeting with them so that I can convert them into a client, so that you can have a more meaningful conversation with them and see if you can actually find out a little bit more about them. Okay, this is really the key. It's all about permission marketing. It's all about asking, hey, would you be open to having a conversation? Would you be open? Tell me more about you. And starting that connection before you try to sell them something. And again, you guys, this works great when you are open-minded and when you are able to really build that rapport with them and have those connections reach out to you and you tell them exactly what it is that you're doing. And again, this is where social marketing and especially LinkedIn is so important, because when I connected with Orlando, he already looked at my profile. He already knows what I do. So when he engages with me, he knows that I work with financial advisors and he already knows that I provide them the solution how to use LinkedIn. So when he engages with me, I already know that he's not a cold prospect. He's already warmed up. He already knows something about me. And this is really the key. When you optimize your LinkedIn profile and you start sending these type of messaging, you will start connecting with your ideal target market, and you start to educate them how you help them and how you can actually provide service for them. So here's the thing. What I'm talking about here using LinkedIn is no more chasing leads, no more buying leads, no more cold calling, no more cold emails, no more dinner seminars. All you need is to start to build a relationship with your ideal clients on LinkedIn. Really, at the end, one of the greatest advices that I received from one of my coaches was, Daniel, in order to make money, you don't need to have business cards. You don't need to have websites. You don't need to even have a LinkedIn profile. All you really need is to have a conversation with someone. So using LinkedIn is strictly to connect with somebody and start a conversation. So I would encourage you, with the information that I gave you, start connecting with people on LinkedIn. Start sending them, first, to kind of recap, first identify who they are and what is the solution that you offer, who's your target market. Then start to connect with those individuals and start engaging with them. Find out more about them. Again, these things can be done in your office. You don't have to go to a networking meeting and spend time there. It's just a matter of start messaging with people and start engaging with them. That's really the key to it, and see how you can get somebody into a conversation and how you can invite them to that. Now, the third shift is to leverage your business. Now, there are several ways how to do that. The first way to leverage your business is to have systems in place. And what you need to do is you need to create marketing systems that consistently gets your name, brand, expertise, your service, or the solution that you provide in front of your ideal clients every single day. And the system that I just mentioned to you, using the secret weapon, using LinkedIn, is part of that system. It's a marketing system that will get your name in front of your ideal clients. Now, you also need to create a powerful lead follow-up system that converts a large percentage of those contacts into qualified leads. Again, this is all about the messaging that I have given you in the previous shift. Once you connect with them, you need to have a way of how to communicate with them. How do you send messages to them and get that engagement going? And there are several different ways of doing that. There have been a lot of studies that most people, when they get a lead, I believe it's 50% of salespeople, when they get a lead, don't even follow up after they get the lead. I believe it's only at about the third follow-up, 90% of salespeople never follow up after the third time. Now, this is a huge opportunity that's being missed. And there was a study that I have heard that if somebody inquires about your services, they will buy your product or service within the next 18 months. So 50% of those people that engaged you and that found out what it is that you do will buy your product or service in the next 18 months. Now, only about 13% of that 50% will buy it in the first 90 days. And if you don't have a follow-up system, how you follow up with your prospective clients, guys, you're missing on a huge opportunity. You want to make sure that you have a way how to recapture those people that have inquired, because they will buy it, and chances are they will not buy it from you. So you need to make sure that you have a powerful lead follow-up system that will help you to convert those individuals, because not everybody's ready to buy right now. People will buy when they're ready to buy, not when you're ready to sell them something. Now, the third system is to create a powerful conversion system. You need to have a conversion system that converts those qualified leads into new clients. And every practice, every advisor that I work with has a little bit different system. You may be asking for people for a coffee and you want to provide them, first you connect with them, you get that lead in, they're a prospect now, you invite them to a conversation, maybe a 15-minute coffee conversation. Or maybe you can do it where you have a 15-minute phone conversation. just to identify if they're the right person that you can connect with and that you can provide service to. Okay, maybe there is another way that you do that. Maybe it's through a webinar, maybe it's through a video, meeting in person, doing seminars, whatever that is. You need to figure out what that conversion system is. And you need to make sure that you work it, because all of these systems are vitally important. But the key to all of this is making it as simple as you possibly can, because consistency is the key to doing these things. Making it simple and making it as consistent as you possibly can make it. And that's really what systems do. Often systems starts to remove the human element from our businesses. And I think this is the big challenge for a lot of advisors and for any business owner that say, is that once you find out what works, you got to find out how you can actually go and automate that. And this is really where leveraging in your business comes down to. How do you automate some of these systems? How to automate your marketing system, your follow-up system, and your conversion system? Now, you also need to learn how to leverage your time. Now, you have powerful knowledge that you want to share with the world. Why share it only with one person at a time? What I have discovered that most seven-figure earners have found a way to scale their time while getting great results. They look for ways how they have opportunities to talk to multiple people, kind of like we're doing here on this webinar. I'm speaking to many of you. I've had over 180 people that have registered for the webinar, and now I get to share my message. I'm sharing the message once, and I have all these individuals that are listening to it. Is there a way that you can actually scale and leverage your time in your business? And there are. And again, when you look at successful advisors, that's what they have been able to do. Now, another leverage is for your business is to have a mentor. This is something that all successful people do, and they do it without hesitation. Mentoring brings you two things. It brings new ideas, and it brings you accountability. Now, just think of some of the new ideas that I have shared with you right here on this webinar. If you didn't come and join this webinar and didn't listen to it, you would have missed out on some of these things. So a mentor will give you great ideas and make sure that you act on them. A great mentor will also put together a powerful group of people, all working towards a similar goal. This multiplies everyone's effectiveness exponentially. So when you start to leverage your business, let me give you an example. The average doctor earns about $175,000 a year. And guess what? They've trained for over 14 years between pre-med and residency. It's a 14-year commitment before they can actually call themselves a doctor. So now in your business, if you scale your business and grow it to just making $20,000 a month, much less $100,000 a month, I'm talking about you're already way ahead of what most doctors are able to do. Now, trying to do this on your own without the proper training is a little crazy. Now, I've personally invested well over $250,000 on training and mentoring. And every time I've done that, it was a big commitment and a big decision. So I don't want you to do this alone. I'm not asking you to find a mentor where you have to spend that much. But what I will tell you is find the best mentor out there and spend what it takes to work with them. So just to recap today, I promised I'd cover how to use the 3 simple strategies to 10x your business, even if it seems ridiculous right now. Here is what you need to win. Strategy number 1 was build your authority. You need to make sure that you have one solution for one target market and you have one compelling message. Strategy number 2, use the secret weapon. The secret weapon is having that one source. Now, what I have found that LinkedIn is that best source for financial advisors or insurance advisors. Strategy number 3, leverage your business. Once you know who your ideal client is, what solution you provide, and you have a compelling message, and you have a place where you can put that message in front of individuals, you have that one source. You need to build strategies and systems on marketing, on lead follow-up, These become very important, and that's how you leverage your business. Now, these 3 shifts alone are enough to propel you to 6 figures per month. So, how you go from being a generalist to an authority? Again, build your authority. And you don't have to do it the old way. You've also learned how to stop relying on the old ways of marketing and how to attract the right prospects and convert them into clients. So right now, you have a choice. You've been listening to me talk about this, and I know that you're on this webinar for a reason. Maybe you don't have enough clients coming in the door. Maybe you're not making the kind of money you want. Or maybe you're overworked or burned out, and you just don't have the freedom to enjoy your life. You've got a choice. You can either listen to what I've said and forget about it and just keep on doing the things that you've been doing before, or if you want to fix these problems, if you want to 10x your business, have new clients coming in the door every single day and earn the kind of money you want to earn, and you want to have the freedom that you always wanted. If you want that, then here's what I have for you. My team and I have set aside some time over the next week or so to speak with you personally about how you can apply these ideas to your business starting today. So whatever your biggest challenge or whatever it is that you're trying to overcome, we know how to overcome it, and we can help you. This is how it works. In the session, we're going to get on the phone together for about 45 minutes. And what we'll do is we will work out and craft a step-by-step game plan for you to hit income goals in the next 12 months, wherever that's $10,000 per month or $100,000 a month. And we're going to talk about how you can attract the exact clients that you want to work with. So you get on the phone with us, we talk for about 45 minutes, and you walk away from that call with a step-by-step plan to hit your income goals and a step-by-step plan to attract the exact clients that you want. Now, the cost, believe it or not, is absolutely free. We do this for free for you as a free service. There is no catch. There is absolutely no obligation. There is nothing like that. Let's talk really quickly through about who is this for, because it's not for everybody. We have some simple requirements that I need you to meet. You must absolutely be committed to hitting your income goals with total integrity and true concern about your client's well-being. You must be coachable and ready to jump in and get things done. If you're not open to this, then this is not for you. You must have knowledge that solves a major life or business problem. You must also be outstanding at what you do, and you must hold yourself to the highest standard of integrity. If that's you, then book a session now. Now, you may be asking, Daniel, why are you doing this? We do this because we love giving back and helping advisors achieve their goals. We do this because we don't want you to go through what I went through. Plus, we know that you might want our help to transform your business. If so, we can discuss that and see if it's a good fit for both of us. If not, that's fine too. On the call, I'll help you get exact clarity about what it is that you want your business to look like and the exact steps you should take to achieve your goals. If you want us to help you and we think it's a good fit, we might invite you to become one of our new clients, and we'll take on this month. So go to resetyourmoney.com/apply to grab your spot. What that's going to do, it's going to take you to a page where you can get on our calendar. On our calendar, you'll have and see the available appointment times that we have. Pick the appointment time that you would like to meet with us, And I promise you, this will be the best 45 minutes you have ever spent working on your business. There is no weird pressure stuff. There is nothing like that. No pressure sales pitch. We don't even make an offer to most of the people that we talk to. So don't worry about that. Go there. Go to resetyourmoney.com/apply. We'll work on you and create the business that you want. Now, if you have any question, you can stay for a bit. And if not, this is Daniel Hanzelka, and have a great day.